for shit decades.
Cut up.
Legendary status right here in this motherfucker.
No deal.
We gonna make it happen. Yo, I want y'all to give it up real quick for my man Prime coming to the stage. Right here in Subterranean Bird.
Make some noise for Prime, y'all!
Yeah, that one. Check, 1, 2, yo. Do you guys hear me okay? I can't see y'all. This is crazy. I ain't been up on stage in a minute. Alright. So put a fist up real quick. I can't see y'all, but I believe y'all. What's going on? It's a little live over here. So yeah, my name is Vasquez. Most of y'all may know me as Prime. I definitely rhyme for a little bit. Now I'm like an old grown up with kids and everything. Actually, you know what? Yeah, I just want to talk real quick because first of all, I want to say thank y'all for coming out because this is obviously a very important reason to come out. One, it's dope because it's just hip hop, right? I have much respect for that. But two, y'all are here because we all are together in opposition to our president, Donald J. Trump. Am I correct on that? You guys don't sound angry enough. There's a problem. All right, so I see the shirt. Much respect. So I got some questions real quick, and y'all are lucky I can't see you, so I'm gonna trust y'all. But I want to know how many of you guys actually voted in the presidential election? Put a hand up. All right, that's not everybody, but that's what I expected. How many of y'all voted during the primaries before the presidential election? That's a problem. We're gonna get to that though. I voted for Bernie, so much respect for that. Oh, okay, people were paying attention, good. So here's what I want you guys to understand. I can prove to you that your vote matters. Because if you're a racist and you wanted President Trump, you got it. And you got it because nobody else voted. President Trump won with 25% of the country voting, because only half of the country voted, right? So you want proof that your vote matters? This psycho is in office, because those who are in power, whether they're corporations, whether it be Illuminati or whatever you want to believe, they would have been just fine with Hillary Clinton as president, because they still would have gotten their stuff done. They would have been just fine with either or, but we ended up with Trump because somebody actually voted and most other people didn't, and I'll tell you why they didn't. People didn't vote, justifiably so, because nobody's ever looked out for their interests at all, right? And people don't believe that anybody's gonna fight for them, so they don't vote, so they stay home, they watch TV, they watch the reality show, and then you get stuck with that. You say that until you get droned. Trust me, nobody believes you. I'm talking about it now. That's why I'm talking about it now. I'm glad you're bringing your approach, but let me be honest with you. Everybody talking that revolution, violence, bring out the guns, you will get droned in a week. Nobody's got the gun power for the government. They're not here throwing missiles in Syria, bombing Afghanistan, and getting into a pissing contest with North Korea because they're worried about you trying to stand up. You will get blown up like everybody else. And the problem is that because nobody's taking the right steps to vote first, you can't even prove it, right? So you need to focus on that, because here's the issue. When you let these politicians get in at the local level, those are the ones that run for Congress and they run for office and they run for everything else. And if you're not voting and paying attention to that, then how can you ever have somebody who came up from the same place as we came up run for office if nobody's voting? You want somebody who's gonna fight for you, right? Then you gotta vote and support that. And if you don't do that, then you're just getting what you asked for. That's the problem, right? And I'm glad we're here in the hip hop space, because when I grew up on hip hop, which saved my life, it was all about knowledge of self and knowing these things and being involved and being political and standing up and having a black and a brown fist up because you had something to fight for. And what happened is, like with everything else, corporations are like, yo, that's cool and all, but we're not making money off of that. So we're gonna put some money over here because way more people are falling for this. And that's the whole problem, right? So these same corporations, they're buying everything. So let me ask, I'm gonna see who I wanna point out something to people and see who actually got affected by the fact we got President Trump. So if you happen to be a Muslim in here, put a fist up. Right? If you happen to be a black person, put a fist up. Muslims, keep your fist up. I want to see everybody up. If you're a Latino because they think they're going to deport you in a week, put a hand up. If you're a female because they want to come Planned Parenthood, put a hand up. Right? If you have children, put a hand up. If you have children you're actually thinking about putting in a regular public school, put a hand up because you're not getting the funding for them either. If you live on the planet, put a hand up, because now the whole world's gonna burn because we don't have the proper people taking care of it, oil's taking over, and we got a president that's trying to get us into war with everybody. So basically, if you live and breathe and you happen to be alive, you should thank Trump because you're fucked. That's the reality of it. And the problem is, as much as you want to talk about like, yo, it ain't, you don't understand, B, they selected who the president is. It's a conspiracy. They don't. That's the conspiracy. The conspiracy is when you believe that shit and you don't vote, then guess what? The status quo remains the same. Right? So, I'm going to ask a tough question for people. Let me see if I get an answer. It's going to be a hard one. How exactly do you resist Trump? Does anybody have an answer about how you actually resist Trump before saying it and hashtagging it?
Alright, how about they only give us certain people to select from in the first place?
No, they don't give us. Our people don't run. That's the problem. It ain't that they give us, it's that when our people run, they know our people don't vote.
No. They put people in the place.
No, nobody puts people in a place.
No, they do.
I'll tell you why. Because when Ron Fest was running for office, nobody put him up to run. Right? People actually run because they want to do it, and if they don't have the support, then the people that have the money behind them win every single time. And that's the problem. So let me ask you again. How exactly do you resist Trump? Can somebody tell me that?
Voting against his party.
So maybe. So we're talking 2018, maybe we'll resist Trump. Now I'm going to ask you another question. How do we resist Trump if we can't resist Rauner? If we can't resist our own governor of the state, how do you resist Trump? If you can't resist Rahm Emanuel, who's running for who is our mayor, how are you going to resist Trump? Right? So this is all I'm saying to everybody here. You want to prove me wrong? Prove me wrong. Go vote. See what happens. If you don't believe in it, vote anyway. See what happens. There's a lot of dumb stuff people don't believe in that they do anyway, right? So do that. Because here's the issue. What you should be paying attention to is your local politics. How many of y'all know what ward you live in? Right. How many of y'all know who your alderman is? Hey. How many hate your alderman now? Okay. Now, this is the crazy one. How many people here are so pissed off about where we're at that they would consider running for office? Make some noise because I can't see it. Then you should run for office and your people should support you. And if you're not willing to do that, then we end up with Trump, right? So all I'm saying to everyone is we understand where we're at. Yo, hold on real quick, people. I just want to hear silence. I want to hear that real quick. It ain't gonna happen, but I'm gonna try. All right, so let me ask you guys something right now. Who are y'all voting for governor in 2018? Do you guys know that? Not Rauner. It's a good answer. So here's the thing. Here's what I know that I want y'all to understand. When I grew up, I went to school at CPS. Nobody ever taught me politics. Like nobody ever taught me how to save money. Like nobody ever taught me how to get a job interview. Like nobody ever taught me any kind of skill set besides what's an old school way of teaching school. So I'm not mad when people don't know about politics and don't understand it. But welcome to the world of 2017 where you have a smartphone and you can Google that shit. There's no excuse for not knowing anything. Like I don't think y'all understand it. This is cool and we're all upset, but man, we're talking about Donald Trump. So I just want you to understand what I'm doing now is I'm community organizing. I'm talking to people all across the city. So if you want to actually like learn anything about it, if you want to get involved, if you want to get your people to get involved, like feel free to reach out to me. You can go to chicagoprogress.com. You can text message me at 312-888-5099. That legit is my cell phone number because I give a shit. Like, I care enough that we need to actually do something because I got a 2-year-old and a 3-year-old. And fam, I'm down. So, being here is awesome because I'm glad y'all are here and y'all are hip hop. But how many of y'all are really gonna do something to stop not only Trump, but Browner and Rahm Emanuel and your local alderman if he's selling you out? If you really are down for it, put a hand up and make some noise because we are gonna do it. Like if it ain't us, it's over with. I'm telling y'all, we got this orange toupee, sweet potato looking motherfucker in office. And he's ruining everything. The people he's got in every cabinet are built to destroy it. He's throwing guns off because the military complex gets paid off that. He's making sure, even though you got weed that's legal in certain states, we got an attorney general that wants to still crack down on it because we want to make sure that everybody has some kind of arrest on their record so they don't have anything to do with their life except get into the armed forces. So that way when it's time for war, we get that army. So either you're going to prison or you're going to the army. Because they don't care about us. And the only way you get people that care about us to be there is if you actually run or actually support people that run from your neighborhoods. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. And honestly, I'm here to help anybody that wants to do anything. Call me or go to chicagoprogress.com or reclaimchicago.org. I am done talking. Thank y'all very much. Go party!
Andre Vasquez! Better known as Prime, everybody. Yo, this is one of the best battle rappers in the country right here, by the way. Seriously. One of the best battle rappers in the country. Prime.